Another day, another lawsuit in the fight against same-sex marriage. On Wednesday, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a new one against the federal government.
The Department of Labor is also listed. He is seeking to halt medical benefits for same-sex couples now. Fox 7's Elizabeth Saab is joining us live from the Capitol with more on that. Elizabeth?
Christine and Mike, in the coming days, if you're a same-sex couple and get married out of state and you need to take time off because your spouse is sick, well, you can. It's a new rule under the Family and Medical Leave Act. But in his lawsuit, Attorney General Paxton wants to deny those benefits. So is it legitimate or is it political grandstanding? Well, it depends on who you ask.
Suzanne Bryant and Sarah Goodfriend became the first and only same-sex couple to get married in Texas. They say they were in a hurry because Goodfriend has cancer.
The dignity, the respect, the commitment that goes with marriage and being able to call somebody your husband or your wife is huge.
Had they tied the knot across state lines, though, a new rule under federal law that goes into effect next week would have allowed Bryant to take time off to care for her spouse, even though same-sex marriage isn't legal here in Texas.
It should not be the federal government coming in and trying to dictate to us on an issue of state law how we should do things, particularly after the Supreme Court has already said that you're not allowed to do that.
And that's the reason Attorney General Ken Paxton gave for filing this 23-page lawsuit on Wednesday against the federal government and the Department of Labor.
It's the antithesis of family values. We don't know why anybody would want to deny the ability for a loved one to care for their sick spouse.
In a statement, General Paxton contends he's defending Texas's right to govern itself, and he adds, quote, attempts by the Obama administration to disregard the will of our citizens through the use of new federal rules is unconstitutional and an effort to the foundations of federalism.
This is a civil rights issue that one group on the far end of a political spectrum is using the law to hide what they're really trying to do, which is blatant discrimination.
When almost 2 million people went to the ballot and voted for our marriage laws, they should be able to expect that those laws are going to be defended, and that's what we're dealing with here.
The Supreme Court will take up the overall issue of same-sex marriage this spring, and they are expected to issue their ruling sometime in early summer. Christine and Mike.
Elizabeth Saab for us. Thank you. She's